So what I find with most people, and they're new especially, is when people grab instinctively, they want to tense. So I remember doing this myself for years. Is like when you grab, like your legs want to tense because you want to squeeze. And that's just a lack of understanding where the power really comes from. The power comes from your core and your legs. If I grab him, my arms do not do the work. What does the work is this. The hands just kind of relay the force at the end. Right? They transfer the energy. All the energy comes from here. And then when it gets to that point, like, yeah, they kind of do their thing to create the lock. But if you don't have this involved in it first, it's not really going to work. It's important, and it's so hard, because when you're wrestling with people, the first instinct is to tense up and try and fight with them, instead of use your mass and use less shoulders. Because we're guys, right? We do this, we go like this, and our shoulders get tight, and we try to outmuscle our opponent, which is silly. You know, what you have to learn to feel is, how do I do this through my core and my legs? So if you want to practice this with your partners, the best thing you can do to start, in my opinion, is to just bring them to a point where they're a little locked out. And then try to just move them with your legs and your center. Right? See how you can move them as a person. Right? Play with how you can move them with almost no energy and no effort. The object is always the same. Trying to come from your center of mass, because that's where your strength is. Right? If you get outside your center, there's no strength there. So when you do these things, you want to make sure it's coming from your belly. Once you come from your belly, you've positioned them to a spot that's bad for them. See right there, the tip? Now I add the hands. But I add the hands in conjunction with my body. It's not enough to do this. Right? You want to go like this and everything together. That's where the power comes from. Not, I'm going to rip through him because I'm stronger. The power comes from a high level of body coordination. And look, joint locks don't fit in every situation. I'm not saying you should do them in every fight or every position. You shouldn't. They don't always fit. But I also hear that they never work, and that's not true either. The reason they don't work and the reason people can't comprehend it is because we live in a society of people who lift weights and their shoulders are like this, and they're young males, and they don't know any better. What they don't understand is a coordination of the body where everything works together in unison. That creates power not from your muscles or your shoulders, but because the whole body's weaving through. So if you can teach yourself to relax, it'll get much better for you. Make sure you're coming from your legs. Make sure you're coming from your center. Make sure your hands are connected to the center, and you'll be much better. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Leave comments. Feel free to share. It helps the channel grow.